BJ Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm glad to be here covering this week's featured group, and what a pairing, as these two have been hinting at quite a budding rivalry here.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player's going for gold. They're trying to beat Xander Schauffele.
I wouldn't want to try and beat an Olympian. A gold medal winning Olympian with hair as good as Xander Schauffele and a swing as good as Xander Schauffele? No thank you. I'll leave this up to them.
Yes, I'm just looking through his list of weaknesses, and let me just list them off now. Yep, none. Good luck to you. Well, that's beautifully judged. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Well, Rich, that's ideal. A birdie to start the day.
I can't ever recall him making a birdie and feeling bad about it. So, yes, birdie on the first. Great job.
He finds himself currently tied for 9th. And as we head to the second tee, the first of the par 5s, and as we talked about, you've got to get off to a great start at Pebble Beach.
Absolutely. A par 5 that almost every player should be able to reach into. Just avoid the bunkers right and left, and you're going to have a clean shot into a very narrow green.
This shot from around 210 yards.
Breeze straight into him.
All right, going with a little bit more club. Let's see.
Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them.
Come on, don't be shy.
How frustrating. Maybe he can chip it back close and limit the damage. Yes, they've made it, and that will move him up the leaderboard as well. -2, going along nicely today. I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
This is down breeze, so it's going to be tough to stop it on this green.
That could play.
Wow, they really put on a show with that approach shot, and their rival, Xander Schauffele, appears to be taking notice as well.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Putting for birdie. Well holed. Let's move on. He's currently in a share of top spot.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Rich, we get our first look at the beach here at Pebble Beach. This 4th is a short one, but beguiling.
It is just around the 325-yard mark. Most players tend to lay up and just have a wedge for their second. However, the big sticks, they can go ahead and take a rip at it, but beware, the beach lurks closely down the right-hand side.
Well, Rich, here's one of our proven performers in the FedEx Cup points race. They've been there or thereabouts for most of the season, and they go into this tournament as one of the strong favourites. It hardly seems a surprise, doesn't it?
Without a doubt, the best player all around on tour in my mind's eye. It is no shock to see them contending for the lead once again.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. The 5th hole, Rich, the first of the par 3s. Much to it?
There is. This green is tiny. It's minuscule. And you have what over to the right-hand side? Oh, yes, the Pacific Ocean. No, thank you. A par 3 here is an excellent score.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
No green in red, but a chance to save their par. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. That's pretty tidy. Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par.
This player is putting for fun.
Now leading by 1 shot. The 6th hole here, Rich, at Pebble Beach, is a tale of 2 halves, isn't it? A strong tee shot down the hill towards the ocean, and then the second, the approach shot back up the hill.
There's no doubt about it, Luke. This is just a spectacular par 5. The beauty of it, though, is that you can mess it up in a hurry. This is a very difficult par 5. Don't make any bones about it.
Xander Schauffele, delightful player out of San Diego, California. He's got that cool vibe about him. Came out one early a few times, but then he seems to have struggled to find that next step, hasn't he? He's sort of golf's almost man, except when he got that gold medal put around his neck.
I think that took his confidence to a place where it should have been in the first place, Luke. I think that this young man, he's got no weaknesses, very little weaknesses, if anything, in the game. I look at him and think, why hasn't he won more? Well, the problem is that he's put himself in contention so many times that there's only one person in the game that has won at a clip that he could have, and that's Tiger Woods. When you put yourself into contention as often as he does, you're just not always going to win. Somebody is going to come from back in the pack, shoot a great round, and you might struggle just a little bit, whatever the case. But yes, he hasn't closed as many tournaments as he would have liked, but he is there each and every week. I got to say, this kid he's a world beater. He's going to be phenomenal.
Oh, look who's getting on a roll now. That's back-to-back birdies. That's a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Well, after the beauty of the 7th, we go to the beast that is the 8th. Is there a tougher 2-shotter on the property?
Not to my knowledge, no. At just around 425 yards, you're going to lay up to the end of the fairway. No driver needed. But the second shot is where it gets difficult. Downhill, a very small green. You knock it on here in 2, and you've done well.
Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
Little birdie look in here.
Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Let's take a look at the current standings. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Pebble Beach has a terrific stretch of par 4 starting from the 8th right through to the end of the 11th. Let's take a look at the 9th.
This is an interesting hole because it wants to make you aim left, but there's a bunker there that you need to avoid. Funny enough, there's a lot more room out to the right than what you can see off the tee. A very strong par 4 to finish the front 9.
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Going with the 8-iron here. Hope it gets a good kick to the left. That's inside the house of opportunity. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Well, if he holds this, it'll be a solid 19-footer.
Oh, that's frustrating. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. Don't know about you, Rich, but I'm getting my palms sweaty in the booth just thinking about this player's position with 9 to play.
Well, keep your hands to yourself. But yes, this player is definitely dialed in at the moment.
And tee shot looks pretty good. Time for the second shot at the 10th. And he's hit that inside the range. Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt. Okay, steady now. A par putt on the table.
Oh, yeah, this is tracking nicely.
Yeah, you'll take that. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Well, Rich, we start to head home, but first we've got to head up the hill on this short par 4 11th.
Thankfully, a breather hole after the last few. This is just a 3-wood. Could be a driver up the hill. Second shot, very short, but beware, this green pitches severely from back to front. Watch the spin on your second shot.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Is this one heading into the sand? Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Yeah, that's a good line. Oh, how good is that? Buries it for birdie as well.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Go on, get in the hole. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. Currently at 7 under for the day. First of the back 9 par 3s is the 12th.
And this is a mean one. Not going to lie. It's mean. It's right around 185 yards, but the green, once again, very tiny. You come up short in that deep bunker, you're bound to make a 4.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
This putt is of 9 feet.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Looking better.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Birdied their last hole.
Getting ready to play their third. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Rich, let's head to the 13th tee at Pebble Beach, shall we? And what's the decision off the tee?
Aim it right, just shy of those bunkers down the right-hand side, and you've got a mid-iron for your second shot back up the hill. Again, a green that pitches severely from back to front as well as right to left.
Sitting at 7 under par for the day. Currently tied for first place. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
And here we are with the third shot. He's currently tied for the lead. Well, you like the look of those hands.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Well holed. Currently 7 under for the round. As we head to the 14th, I know the 18th gets all the attention here at Pebble Beach, but this is a strong par 5.
Oh, this is a good one. I love this par 5. Just hit it just down the left-hand side. You can't reach the far bunkers. Long iron, maybe a fairway wood.
This lie won't be too bad in the first cut. Good shot there, Beamer. Sitting at 7 under in a share of the lead. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Needed to take a little less club on that approach.
Time for the 5th shot. He shares the lead. That's a well-played chip shot there.
Such soft hands.
This one for bogey.
Looks good.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Just a couple more inland holes before we head back to the ocean, Rich, the 15th.
Hitting it anywhere down the left-hand side off the tee will find one of those deep bunkers, so you need to avoid those. Hit it out to the right, which will leave a great second shot into this green.
Oh, well played. That's some good golf right there. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. If that's the right pace, this should drop. Oh, that's a lengthy putt. Well holed.
Hang on to your hat, folks. We're on for a wild ride.
Here's Xander Schauffele. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. Rich, the 16th, not a long par 4, but really requires some accuracy on approach.
It does. Lay up to the top of the hill, and you can look down on this green, which pitches severely from right to left. Just a wonderful short par 4.
Could roll into the rough on this one. Well, this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it?
Yes, this is like a big bowl of spinach salad. It's just gnarly in there.
That's nicely done. Oh, these are good for the momentum. These ones right on 8 feet.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
And that will drop in for a birdie. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. And with that, he's now broken the tie, all alone at the top of the leaderboard.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
And choosing the 8-iron here. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Second shot here on the 17th hole. Whew. Oh, what a shot. Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And now this player tees off their final hole of the event with the lead.
Nicely done.
Playing this shot from about 210 yards out.
Wynn moving right to left on this shot.
And not a bad approach. He'll be putting. It's all come down to this. A putt for the title. Go to your home ball, where you can start etching that name into the wall of champions, forever etched in history here at Pebble Beach. AT&T Pro-Am champion. Well played.
And no better feeling, Luke, than to win on this classic layout. Pebble Beach Golf Links, a victory they will surely remember for the rest of their days.
And Rich, I think you mentioned earlier that this player was your favourite. Well picked.
Listen, it's not a hard pick, is it? This player has consistently been there all season long. There's no reason why not to pick them to win. They just make me look smart. That's about it.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix Open is about to kick off. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very pleased to be covering this particular featured group because there's a fresh rivalry developing. I smell rivalry in the air. It's going to provide some great entertainment to both the spectators and us this week.
So it looks like they aim to beat Justin Thomas. Should add a bit of extra excitement to our coverage today, Henny.
Oh, that goes without saying, Luke, but Justin Thomas will not be easy to beat. I don't think there's a more competitive man out there on tour.
No, you're absolutely right there. He's a complete player. It'll certainly be interesting to keep an eye on this rivalry throughout the event. Getting ready to play their third. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt. It doesn't matter how you hit it if you can hold putts like that.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
Oh, I'd like to have one more look at that shot.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
He's currently tied for 15th. The second hole at TPC Scottsdale is a mid-range par 4, playing 442 yards from the tips. The bunkers on the right side need to be avoided, which leaves a good mid to short iron approach to a green that is bunkered front, left and right. So a good accurate approach required. Playing from around 150 yards here.
Has the wind coming right into his face.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
And this effort by Justin Thomas.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Let's get back to it, shall we? A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Super shot that.
This guy is putting the lights out of it this week.
Currently 1 under for the day. The third here at Scottsdale plays over 550 yards from the tips. It's a strong par 5, which requires 2 big shots to get to the green. The first shot needs to avoid that bunker on the left-hand side to give you a chance to go for the green. But if you're laying up, it's laying it back to a number between those 2 bunkers that sit on the left side of this fairway, around 150 to 100 yards out. Going with the 6-iron here. And here we are with the third shot. And here we are with their fourth. Didn't that look good for a long time? And he needs this to save par. Oh, nice looking putt. Currently 1 under for the round. The par 3 fourth at TPC Scottsdale. Fairly straightaway hole, but bunkers again. Front, left and short right. Requires a pretty accurate and solid strike. Going with the 7. Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there. Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 22 feet from the cup.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? This putt right on 10 feet. A good one to make.
This is what they have left for par.
This one's tracking.
That's a good putt for par. You'll take it.
Got to say, putting this well from this distance is a huge confidence booster.
The fifth hole at TPC Scottsdale's a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that will catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with the bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished. Nicely done. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt. Oh, so close. Big putt for par coming up. Oh, just missed. And this one will be for bogey. Now 5 strokes behind. The 6th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a solid mid-range par 4, 432 off the back tees. And again, it's for position off the tee that's required here, with the bunkers on the left-hand side. A bold player is to fly it over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get after this hole, but a safe strategy lays back before them. Opting for the 9-iron. That's a great shot into birdie range here at the 6th.
Gotta like their chances from there.
Oh, I love these momentum putts. Right on 10 feet. Let's go hole it.
They've got this putt to pull ahead of Justin Thomas. This group rivalry could get interesting.
Get excited. This could go in. Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Playing their 4th shot. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 7th here at Scottsdale is a par 3, a straightaway hole, but bunkers left and right of this green ensure that a nice straight shot is required. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Great looking shot this. And this from the greenside rough. That's some golf, particularly from that terrain. And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. He's currently tied for 13th. The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. Not a bad line, this one. Playing from around 190 yards out. 3 strokes off the lead. Opting for the 5-iron. Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts.
Long way away from the hole if they want to make the birdie, though.
Get in the hole. That's a big time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers. Why not take another look at that effort?
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
The finishing hole on the front nine at TPC Scottsdale was a par 4, measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left, just so you can avoid that bunker on the right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. But 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for a birdie. From around 170 yards here, just a couple back from our leader. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That approach didn't seem to fit their eye.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
Yeah, that's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Great touch.
An opportunity to make a par here. Well, I'm interested in my buddy Beamer's thoughts at this duel after 9 holes.
Look, they're in the top 10, and they're actually making a really nice push up this leaderboard. Let's see how they play over this final 9 holes.
Well, that's a handy shot. Sitting at 2 under par. Currently tied for 8th place. Going with the 8-iron here. Yeah, that one will play. Let's move one step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of 4th. Ooh. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
This is important. Big par putt here.
Trailing by a few shots after that hole. The 11th is a par 4, playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close to that water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
He's got about 140, I'd say.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
The wind was howling, but that didn't matter.
This putt for a spot in the top 5. That was a gallant attempt. Putting for a par now. A good stroke. Now that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
It's time to check on the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 12th at TPC Scottsdale is a par 3, measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed. Going with the 5-iron here. See if he can get that one to come back to the left a little. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
Starts off on a good line.
And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for a birdie here to really ignite your charge.
Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Getting ready to play their third. 4 shots behind our leader. Ooh, that almost went down. And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard. Oh, what a lovely putt to make. Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the top 5. Now 3 strokes back after that hole.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. Time for the second shot at the 14th. Going with the 5-wood. Well played, mate. And a chance to move into a tie for second here.
A good opportunity for a fast finish with just 4 holes to go.
Ouch, that hurts. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Surely it's going to.
Yep, nice to make a mid-range par putt. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. The 15th is a very important hole, the par 5, 553 yards from the back tees. Either makes or breaks around here at TPC Scottsdale. That huge penalty area to the left is to be avoided if you're to make a decent score. A good drive will allow you to go for this island green in 2. Although if you're too far back, no point taking it on as there's water everywhere to collect your ball. Laying up to the 115, 20-yard marker will give you just an easy wedge here and a chance to still make your birdie. Sitting at 3 under par, tied for 5th.
Going for less club here.
Big time play that one, Beamer.
Yes, gotta think that's a certain birdie from there.
And the putt drops now at 4 under, heading down the stretch.
They're going to have to dig deep to pull this one out. Let's see what they got.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. This is a good time to get hot with the tournament on the line. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one. This has a real chance.
And the punt will go. What a great display of resilience on this hole.
Yeah, in the bunker off the tee. Great recovery.
The penultimate hole at TPC Scottsdale is an absolute beauty. Do you go for it or lay up? A drive here that's just slightly pulled will find the hazard to the left. But if you're short right, a chance to get up and down for your birdie and really push for the title. Well, Rich, this player's certainly making moves up the leaderboard, aren't they?
Absolutely nice push on this final round. Still needs to keep the foot.
What a good opportunity you've got here. Let's hold it.
Always rooting for this player, Luke. I hope this one goes.
Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. And here we are with the 3rd shot. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. He's currently sitting in 2nd.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
The finishing hole at TPC Scottsdale requires a great drive. The big water hazard down the left-hand side and the Church Pew bunkers make it a very difficult drive. Anything out to those bunkers on the right will leave a good angle approach. But once you hit this shot, make sure you get the right area on the green if you're to make your birdie.
Well, they need to stick this close. A birdie would tie them for the lead and force a playoff.
This one could take a little bounce to the left. Well, that's one job complete, Rich. They've shimmied their way onto the dance floor.
Yes, but can they keep their dancing shoes on, Luke? They need this putt to force a playoff.
Good-looking putt.
And just like that, we're going to a playoff.
What a grind this last few holes were for this player. They got it done. Late charge up the leaderboard. Love to see it. Heading to a playoff.
We've arrived at a par 4 hole.
Made a birdie in regulation. What can they produce now?
He drew that one up perfectly, didn't he? That's a good-looking shot there. Well, a big moment here. Really got to be aggressive if they want to have a chance in this one.
With their opponent in there close, Luke, absolutely take dead aim.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Wonderful shot into the 18th and a chance for birdie.
Get this putt to drop and he'll win the event here.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Looks good off the blade. Well done to this player who was able to tame TPC Scottsdale and walk away with the WM Open victory.
And an impressive victory it was there, Luke, in front of 125,000 fans on this Sunday. That was impressive.
Well, that'll put a smile on the dial, won't it, Rich? What an outstanding performance.
Making quick work in this playoff, getting the win on the first extra hole.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed our extra coverage in this week's playoff finale. From myself and all the hardworking people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.